the first questions na rin, no? Kay Ma'am Pearl. Ma'am Pearl, again, welcome back to TAPS. Second time na makakasama namin. And since na huli na kasama ka namin, ano po ang mga latest sa Muaythai Association? Anong mga activities na mga ginagawa nyo, especially during the pandemic? Can you tell us about the programs ng MAP and yung mga webinars na ginawa nyo para mapanatili yung physical and mental conditioning ng ating mga athletes?
Yes, Sir Ed. We've been very busy actually, starting from the SEA Games afternoon. We were supposed to prepare for our international events this year. Pero yun na nga, na-cancel lahat because of the pandemic. So, nung April, we decided to adapt to the new normal, to the changing times. Kaya nag-decide kami to hold everything on the virtual platform. So we started with our national championships na naging virtual din. And then yung mga nanalo po doon na gold medalists, they represented us in the IFMA World Virtual Championships na yun, maganda naman yung results natin. We won 12 medals in all, 7 golds, 3 silvers, and 2 bronzes. And yung pinakamaganda doon is we were able to achieve the 50-50 agenda of the IOC when it comes to representation of athletes. So 50% of our medalists were women and then 50 are men. So we're very, very happy about that because it really speaks about the efforts of the organization to reach that agenda. And then aside from that, we also decided to hold webinars for the coaches, regional coaches, and grassroots coaches. Yun nga po yung nabanggit nyo kanina. We had the coaching series, may sports medicine edition kami. And now we are on our second season. So ngayon naman more about coaching, developing their coaching philosophy, yung mental health po nila, youth development and all that. And aside from that, we also laid out programs for the national team para makatulong naman tayo kasi alam natin yung nangyari, di ba, na cut yung allowance nila to 50%. So they were struggling since majority of them went back to their home provinces as soon as nagka-lockdown. Nag-decide kami na magbigay ng livelihood programs. So we gave them loans na walang interest and they can pay whenever they can. And then nagbigay din kami ng supplemental allowance at the beginning, yung 5,000 pesos po. So we've been very busy actually during the pandemic. It was time for us to really reach out to our grassroots development, lalo na sa coaching development namin, na wala kaming time before kasi very busy with international events. So ngayon yung chance and opportunity na talagang ginawa namin yun.
Ma'am Pearl, nabanggit mo kanina yung sa international competitions. Can you give us an update sa mga preparations nyo para sa SEA Games next year and iba pang mga international tournaments na sasalihan nyo next year?
Yes, sir. Madami kaming naka-line up na events for next year. So yun nga, SEA Games actually last na yun kasi December ata siya. So we have the Asian Indoor, we have our World Championship, for both seniors and juniors. So right now, since hindi nga maka-train together yung national team, kanya-kanya muna silang training. So nagpapadala yung coaches namin ng training program nila that they have to do, and then with the help of Philippine Sports Institute, mayroon din strength and conditioning support from them. So yun muna for now, on their own, but we are already crafting our training bubble protocol, so the playbook, para eventually pag pumayag na yung IATF na mag-resume yung training for amateur sports, naka-ready na kami. So we've already identified a venue for that. So hopefully by January, ma-implement na namin siya and makabalik na sa training talaga yung athletes.
Thank you for the answers, Ma'am Pearl. Mamaya na ako magtatanong naman about sa POC elections, no? Meantime, Meister, tanungin ko naman si Sir Choi.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir Choi, can you tell us more about itong Maharlika Football League na itinayo nyo para sa PFF, and ano na po ba ang latest sa team? How did you perform dito sa nakaraang football tournament na sa bubble sa ginawa na kumakailan lang?
Okay, Sir Ed. Good morning. Yes, so you mean Maharlika Manila Football Club, no? So, yes, katatapos lang namin sa PFL last week. So, lahat ng teams, yung setup kasi doon is a bubble setup and lahat ng teams nakauwi na rin. Yung latest sa football team namin, right now, nagpapahinga lang kami. Bumabawi kami sa families and sa mga iba naming responsibilities. But eventually, most probably by next week, we will start playing together again, training. And then, yung ginagawa rin namin sa team namin is we're preparing for next year, for next season. So, of course, during the league, yung results, nanalo kami ng isang game and then the rest natalo kami. And we need to learn from those games. So we need to strengthen the team, make sure na next year will be more competitive. So we are regrouping right now in terms of the union team itself. But of course, yung objective ng Maharlika Manila Football Club is not just the team, but to engage with the community and make sure that football is sustainable. So we're working closely with the city of Manila so we can execute the programs that we've prepared. No? So later on, hopefully, mag-ease yung pandemic. So pwede na sana slowly lumabas so we can execute the programs that we've prepared. So we wanted to bring football to the city of Manila. So isa yun sa mga gagawin namin. And then, of course, gusto rin namin na papalakas yung team namin. So we will hold tryouts again, katulad ng pisong pangarap. And then we'll make sure na we reinforce the team. You know? So we get in more players. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, Sir Joy, we all know na yung football ay isa sa mga unang sports na napayagan na mag-restart ng IATF na through the efforts of GAB. Paano mo i-describe yung experience nyo playing dun sa bubble, and ano yung mga adjustments na ginawa ng mga players nyo para sa performance ng team? Hindi ba malaki yung kaibahan ng experience ng paglalaro dun sa bubble compared sa mga regular football matches nyo?
Thank you for asking that. Actually, napansin niyo before na yung binibuild namin na team, meron kaming mga ex-Ascals players like kasama sila Misag, no? So yung preparation namin focus dun sa lineup na yon. Pero because of the bubble setup and essentially because of the pandemic, hindi naging realistic for some of the players in terms of schedule dahil meron din silang mga trabaho. So hindi talaga namin nadala yung buong team na hinanda namin sa loob ng bubble. So nangyari na lang yun towards nung magsisimula na yung league. So isa yun sa mga naging challenges namin na we've been training together for 2 months, and then towards the league, we need to stop and make adjustments. So naging challenge yun, especially sa coaching staff and sa coaches namin. So and also the players. And then pagpasok rin namin sa loob ng bubble, meron kaming players na na-injure like Serge Caule, and si Anton din, na-injure din siya. So yun yung mga naging challenges sa loob ng bubble. So nung nangyari yung mga bagay na yon, and of course since a bubble set nga to, hindi pwede yung labas-pasok yung players, no? Kasama yun sa mga naging adjustments ng players. I believe for other teams, naging challenge din yun, and they also had to make adjustments with that. Ayun, meron na injury sa amin for 6 minutes. Naging challenging and naging learning experience din sa amin na yung bubble setup na yan. And as a new club, Maharlika Manila FC, na two months lang kami nag-prepare. Pagdating sa loob ng bubble, syempre, kasama din yung na-miss ng mga players and everyone, yung coaches, yung family nila. And then, contained lang kami sa loob ng isang lugar. Medyo mahirap pero nakapag-adjust naman kami. Nakapag-adjust yung team. Well, maganda rin kasi merong trade-off merong pros and cons yung pagiging nasa loob ng bubble. So, yung isang bagay is nakafocus yung players sa game, sa league. Pero syempre, yung challenge naman is you're away from your family. So, ganun yung challenges namin. Pero in terms of yung technical and yung performance sa loob ng pitch, yun nga, may mga injuries kami and merong mga players na hindi nakasama ng bubble. Maganda naman dahil nakapag-adjust kami. Although in terms of maturity, I think yung team namin, we need more time to understand the play at that level, yung PFL level, no? We need to be more mature inside the pitch kasi siguro nakita niyo rin na yung mga games namin na nag-scorean kami, parang hindi kami makarecover right away. So yung pinaka-challenge, yung pinaka-naging problema namin is hindi namin nadala yung line-up na gusto namin talaga. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Coach Choi. Sir Ed, do you have any more questions?
Okay, thank you for the answers, no, sa Sir Choi. Sir, I'm sure yung mga kasama natin, madami rin gustong itanong. So, let's give them the floor first.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Ed. Up next, we have Sir Edwin Rolon of Balita.
Hi, good morning, Feister. Thank you. May question ay para kay Madam Pearl. Hi, Madam, good morning.
Good morning po.
As part of the Kong Bumble Tolentino team, aside sa literal na kagandahang iaambag ninyo sa POC, ano ho ba ang programa na gusto ninyong i-enforce kung kayo ay mapalaring manalo? Ano ang mga pagbabago o nakikita ninyong dapat baguhin sa POC para mas maging effective na Olympic body?
Thank you for the question po. Madami akong naiisip na programa para sa POC because philosophy ko nga really even with my NSA is an athlete-centered philosophy. So majority of the programs and the plans that I want to implement would be targeted towards the development of the athlete on a holistic level, not just on their athletic abilities, but also outside na. So you have post-career, yung transitioning nila. I also want to help them develop yung high performance ulit. I think we really need to bring that back to the POC, give them the support that they need, nutritionists, physiologists, all the experts that we have in the field would really come together and form a high performance team. I also want to develop them when it comes to their education. I think it's very important that their athletes are empowered as individuals, in their personal lives. So I want to set up a scholarship fund for them, para ma-access ng mga athletes, makapag-aral sila. Kasi nakikita namin, even with our NSA, na madaming athletes who don't have the opportunities or resources to go back to school. So I want to set that up also. And then the most recent, sana makapag-set up tayo ng calamity fund also for the athletes. Kasi ang daming nangyayaring mga calamities, natural calamities atin, disasters, and they need the support also. So yung calamity fund and the programs that we had for mapping livelihood programs, I'm hoping to replicate that also on a wider scale with POC. Develop the coaches also, definitely technical officials, just involve all the stakeholders kasi parang madami akong nakikitang naiiwanan Sa sports,
Mm-mm.
nagiging exclusive masyado. So really a more inclusive and collaborative approach for everybody. And first step, I think, is to revisit the POC values and its philosophy.
Mm-mm.
You know, we have to go back to that to really understand what are we here for. So as soon
Mm-mm.
as we have that, that's clear for us, and then I think the initiatives and the policies that we will move forward will be anchored on those values that we have. Na para sa atleta talaga. It's sports for all, inclusivity.
Mm.
It's not just for selective NSAs. And last, yung pinaka-advocacy ko also is I'm hoping that I could push for a mental health commission for
Mhm.
athletes and coaches, kasi I think there's a need to um, have that awareness na mental health is very, very important for the well-being of our athletes and coaches.
Maganda yan, madam.
Yeah.
Okay yan. Madam, at least kami, kilala namin kayo na general's daughter. Yung mga viewers po natin, tsaka yung mga readers natin, pwede po bang mahingan kayo ng, may pahayag ninyo dito sa Tops, yung konting background po ni Pearl Managelod. Ano po ba siya? Konting
Ah.
private, lang po, background ninyo.
Sige, sir. So, well, for those who don't know me, so like what they said, I am a general's daughter. So my dad is General Managalod. He's the president of Muaythai Association of the Philippines. So I got involved with the MAP through volunteer muna, you know, patingin-tingin, ano bang pwedeng matulong dito. And then eventually, I was appointed as Secretary General because of my background in sports. So I have a master's in human movement science from UP. So that's basically sports science. And then I also took up a second master's degree in sports psychology from the University of Ottawa. So I came back lang last December, actually, when I finished the course. I was never a national athlete, but I have always been active in my own way. So I'm a triathlete. I join races. I join marathons. I'm advocate of healthy living, you know, an active lifestyle, and I practice that in my personal life. And ano pa ba? I'm a single parent. I have 2 teenage boys, so that takes up majority of my time. And I'm also running a business on the side, so you know, just trying to balance everything with my work here and all those other things.
Ma'am, as 22-year-old ma'am, tingin nyo, fit ba ho kayo sa POC board? Masyado pa kayong bata.
Well, I think they need a fresh set of eyes. You know, different perspective naman.
Thank you, madam. Regarding ma'am sa preparation niyo sa SEA Games next year, kasama po ba ang Muay?
Yes, of course. Kasama po ang Muay.
Alam na po ba ninyo kung ilang slot meron ng association ninyo?
Wala pa po kaming naririnig from Vietnam kung ilan yung events nila. But we're already scouting kasi Vietnam recently had their national championships. So medyo alam na namin kung sino yung mga ilalagay nila. And we have competed with them before. So medyo pinaprepare na rin namin yung athletes for that.
Okay. Ma'am, last SEA Games po, ilan po ang medals natin?
So we had 9 events. Diba? So 9 events we had, and then we had 9 medals out of those 9 events. So it's 100% medal for Muay Thai. We had 3 golds, 4 silvers, and 2 bronze medals.
Congrats, mama. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Morning pa.
Thank you po.
Okay na po, sir.
Thank you so much, Sir Ed. All right. Up next, we have Ivan from Dugout. Sir Ivan. Sir Ivan.
Hello?
Yan, good. Sure, good. Naka-mute ka pa ata. Oh no. Yan.
Ayun. So, being everyone. So, sulit na rin Sir Eddie. Pearl, ask na lang din po kasi yun nga. Kasi although you
Sir,
were part
Sir Ivan, medyo choppy
of
ka.
Bamboo Party, parang inadopt din kayo ni
Sir Ivan, medyo
Wow.
naglalag ka ng unti.
What's happening?
Mm-mm.
Chubby.
Medyo choppy.
Ang lang. Lang nga.
Baka
Yeah,
you can
like
repeat the
the-
question for Miss Pearl. Okay. So while Ivan, medyo nag-ano. Okay, so while waiting for Sir Ivan's connection to be to be better, we can proceed kay Sir Fred.
Hi, good morning everyone. Pwede. Okay. Hey, good morning. Kay Madam Pearl.
Hello?
Hi, sige.
Sige pa.
Sige. Hi, Ma'am Pearl.
Good morning po.
Hi, good morning. Ma'am, meron bang may athletes na naapektuhan itong mga kalamidad, mga bagyo or even COVID, itong pandemic natin? At kung meron man, may naitulong ba yung association sa kanila?
Yung affected po talaga dun sa recent na typhoons, wala naman yung direct. But we have one athlete na medyo hindi kasi wala siya sa magandang lugar. Let's just put it that way. So we're trying to help him now and his family. So we're trying to relocate him. We're looking for a suitable living for them. So hopefully by next week, maayos namin yon. Then also recently, we gave Go emergency bags, kits to our national athletes para, kung may disaster na mangyari, ready sila. They have that Go bag for their family. For the COVID naman, we have one coach who tested positive for COVID, but she did not acquire that from Muaythai kasi frontliner po siya. She's with the Philippine Army, so doon niya nakuha. She's in isolation right now, and thank God na very, very mild yung symptoms niya. So nagkalagnat lang ata siya for a couple of days, and she's okay now. So we're giving her all the assistance that we need, but she said that covered naman lahat ng Army daw po yung expenses relating to COVID.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Ma'am, ano pong sa Olympic Games at saka yung sa SEA Games, may bagong update, may update na ba tayo kung matutuloy ba siya or anong mga changes na mangyayari?
Olympic Games, sir, were not included yet.
Ay, sorry.
Pero okay lang.
SEA Games.
With the SEA Games, so far, yes, tuloy naman po kasi with Vietnam, they're back to normal. Thailand's back to normal. Malaysia's back to normal. So I think for as of now, yes, tuloy naman po ang
Tuloy siya.
Yes.
Sige. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you din po.
Kay Choi naman. Choi?
Hi, sir.
Hi, good morning. What's next for Maharlika Manila? Ano mga plano niyo?
Okay, right now, naka-break lang yung mga players and yung team essentially. So, humahabol lang ulit kami sa lost time with family and with work. But in the coming weeks, we'll tutuloy namin yung Zoom sessions namin, yung open Zoom session workout. So we've been doing that for the past few months. Yun. And then magte-training ulit kami the week after next. And then ganun lang muna until by next year we'll itutuloy ulit namin or i-open ulit namin yung Isong Pangarap, yung mga projects namin in rebuilding the team. And then of course, depende kasi sa sitwasyon ng pandemic. Of course, yung isa namin gustong gawin is to reach out to the kids of Manila, teach them football. Yun yung mga inaasikaso namin right now. Yeah. But in general, naghahanda kami for next season. PFL season. Yeah.
Sa team naman ninyo, meron ba namang naapektuhan ng itong kalamidad?
Well, yung major, wala naman. Thankfully. No? So, we're in touch with everyone. Kinamusta naman namin lahat. Okay naman lahat. So, kahit paano, safe kami. halos lahat ng players based in Metro Manila nasa safe grounds.
Okay. Thank you, Choi. 5-star, okay na ako.
Salamat.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And up next, let's go back to Ivan for his questions. Sir Ivan? Sir Ivan? Okay, we can try to ask your questions now.
Me?
Yes,
Kaya na
of
ba?
course.
Yun, kaya na ba? Ayun. Sana okay na, no?
Yes, this is better. Thank you.
Yun. Okay, Ma'am Pearl, I was asking earlier nga kasi you're officially part of Bamboo's team, but you were also adopted to Clint Araña's team. So, what do you think yung nakita sa'yo ni Clint kaya inadapt ka sa team nila?
Thank you for the question, sir. Sorry, before I answer that, I want to correct lang what I said earlier. Yung coach pala namin is from Philippine Air Force. Iba at Army ata yung nasabi ko kanina. Anyway, to answer your question, let me just, clarify this because in the beginning, yes, I was adopted by the ticket of Clint. But later on, we came to a mutual decision that it would be better for both of us if I'm not part of their group anymore. Because I think it was causing some confusion with some people, like, kay ba talaga ako? Kay Sir Bumble ba? O kay Sir Clint? So it was, we had to draw the line there. So we both agreed that it would be on our mutual benefit for me to stick with Kong Bangpol. So just to clarify that for everybody. But at that time, when they decided to adopt me, I think what they saw was really my sincerity and my genuine intentions to make POC a better organization for our athletes and our coaches and all the stakeholders involved. So it was really that, and also that the track record that I have with our NSA. Since I came in, we've really implemented programs that are benefiting our national team members. And we've seen the growth not only in their athletic careers, but also in their personal development. And yun, nakita naman natin yung pagbubunga nung leadership namin sa MAP. And I'm not taking all the credit, of course. It was a collaborative effort with everybody in our NSA. So yes, I think those are the two things that they saw in me. That's why they decided to adopt me that time.
Thank you, Ma'am Pearl. Okay, iba tayo kay Sir Choi. Yun. Sir Choi, are you there?
Hello, Ivan.
Yes.
Morning.
Okay, so let's talk about your season because no one even was stunned when Maharlika Manila defeated Stallion Laguna on I think it was match day 3. So how is it like that your first win came against a well-known Philippine football giant, former league champion, ito na. And you beat them 2-1.
Well, ano ko ba sasagutin? Well, masaya kami, no? Kasi syempre, during that game, na-achieve ng team yung mga milestone. Like, unang goal ng Maharlika Manila FC sa PFL. And then, unang panalo din. So for us, it's a boost yun sa team, sa lahat ng players, and sa coaching staff. So masayang-masaya kami doon sa panalo na yon. So pinapakita lang na yung football is it's 11 aside, anyone can win the game. Bilog yung bola. So malaking bagay din yung preparation and yung ng players sa isa't isa and sa coaching staff. Of course, kasama din yung system na nilaro ng players. No? If we follow the system, then maganda yung organization ng team, kaya namin manalo. So nakakatuwa, no, na nanalo kami against Stallion. Pero syempre, alam mo naman, Ivan, we're only as good as our last game. So kung nanalo kami doon, dapat yung susunod na game, dapat aware kami na ibang game na naman yun. No? Iba na naman yung kalaban, iba yung sitwasyon. So kailangan tuloy-tuloy lang yung pag-develop namin. So yeah, nakakatuwa. Pero in fairness to Stallion, nung time na yun, medyo kulang din sila. So think yun yung ano nila, no, yung strongest 11 nila. So, yeah, ganun talaga yung sport, ganun yung football. So, yeah, we're happy. So, it's a milestone for the club and ano yun, parang proof yun na if you believe, you can do it.
Ayun, so you mentioned earlier last game kasi save for that loss, save for the loss against Mendiola in the final match. Many were already thinking na you're gonna be finishing fourth. And fourth place would have meant as a standby team sa AFC Cup kung papasok ang Kaya Iloilo sa Champions League. So how is it like that? You're just 1 win away from possibly making the AFC Cup in next season, your second season.
Well, yun talaga yung gusto namin no? Kung kakayanin namin, why not, diba? Yun yung goal namin. Like every bago mag-game, no? Pinag-uusapan namin yan. We need to win this game. Let's do our best. Pero dun rin pumapasok yung maturity ng team and yung experience, no? So the teams that we've played against they've been together for years already, no? Matagal na sila sa PFL. Yung group of players, they've been playing together for such a long time. And compared to us na bago lang, 2 months, 3 months, doon naman yung impact sa amin. Na maybe may mga games na we can play well, pero some of the games, pwede kami mag-start na magandang laro, pero towards the latter part of the game, medyo naubusan na rin kami ng stamina, mentally drained. So yun yung mga aspects na we need to work on. So sayang, gusto namin ma-achieve yun, pero we need to work harder. So hindi biro. No, we really need to work hard to get those slots, AFC slots. Yeah.
Thank you, Sir Choi. I'm going to be asking the similar set of questions to Anton De Losayo since he's already here now. Anton, are you there?
Yes.
Hi guys, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
It's fine.
It's okay.
Right.
We really do appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the founder of Maharlika Manila FC, Mr. Anton De Rosario.
Hi everybody. Sorry, I'm really sorry about this.
Okay.
Hope you guys are well. Sir Ed, thanks for having me here.
So I asked this to Sir Choi earlier, but now I'm going to be asking you as well. Your first win came against a perennial giant in Stadium Laguna. So how is it like that you beat them 2-1, and how is it like that you came just close to getting a standby team slot in the AFC Cup in your?
I mean, when it comes down to it, I told the guys it's all about opportunities. Opportunities are going to be placed in front of them all season, and it's up to them how they show. And it was amazing. You think about it. Our first show was against Kaya FC, who's a AFC, who's an AFC participant. Coming out first game, having to play an AFC team for a team that we just put together in 2 months, and we come out, we lose 1-0. I can't say anything, It's the guys came out, they showed their heart, they showed their willingness to play, they showed what they were willing to fight for. Then game 2 came around, and we come back from a 1-0 down to beat one of the longest teams in the PFL. That showed what kind of team we are, and it shows what we're going to be about. I think it sets our place for the future, right? The next 2 games didn't go as planned and as hoped, but then, when it comes down to it, I had to look at the positives out of everything, even though it was a 10-0 loss and then another 5-0 loss. That 10-0 loss came against the best team in Southeast Asia. You think about it. it's the best team in Southeast Asia that a team came together for in 2 months to play. And they got a 38-year-old on the team trying to lead them, you know? It doesn't say much. So when it comes down to it, it was amazing, you know? These guys, they were put on the field. A lot of them had been taken from not playing football for a long time. You know, we have players that hadn't played competitive level football in over a year, and some 2 years. And for all of us to come together, come out, do a 1-0 against Kaya, turnover Stallions. And I mean, the last 3 games, let's not talk about, but for the first 2 games, I mean, it was very special, very special. And to see these guys and be fighting for the same thing and being on the field with them at the same time, I couldn't be happier as a founder of the club and as a player next to him.
All right, so many were asking what happened to Misag, why he wasn't able to make the bubble.
Unfortunately, you know, when it came down to it, the bubble format was not the original format that we were supposed to be doing. We were looking forward to a home and away format when we first put the team together. And when we found out the bubble format had come into play, then that's when a few of our players weren't able to participate. Dan Matsunaga, Misag Bahadoran, Simon Greatwich, you know, these guys who committed to playing for the team, they couldn't because they have other work commitments, you know. That's one of the things when it comes down to a club that isn't paying, you know, for now, right? A club that isn't paying for now, it's hard to be able to ask people to sacrifice what they do for a living and to come into a bubble for 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So I totally understand. There's nothing against him. I told him, you know, once all of this is over, and if we could get right back into training, then they're still part of the team, you know. So all of these guys, and unfortunately, we were only allowed to bring. We only brought 20 players, you know. So with the 20 players, it was tough. You know, we had to leave. Well, 3 of them couldn't come because of the whole bubble situation, and then another 7 we couldn't take with us, which is Sion. You know, we definitely could have used the legs because with this format, you know, 4 games in I think it was 10 days. I've never done that in my life. You know, never done that in my life, and I've been playing football since I was 16 years old. So it was a really tough format. Yeah. And then 5 games in, what was it, 12 days, Choi?
Yeah, 12.
Yeah. So, yeah, very tough.
All right. So, all right. So now that you showed yourself that you can be a threat, you can make it to Asian football next year. Are you going to be expecting the full force come next year in your second season? Like Mason will be back. I'm lagging again.
You know, I don't want to guarantee it because if, let's say, things don't get better and we have to go back into a bubble format, then maybe they won't be able to join us again. But I could tell you this, and I could guarantee you this: we will be coming back with a more experienced team, whether it's the same guys that joined this last one. We'll be back more experienced, more ready to go. And whether we bring some players on, it'll make our team even stronger. You know, so we're going to be coming back and we're going to be gunning for that AFC spot 100%.
So what would your priority in your off-season acquisitions like? Will you be prioritizing a striker, a midfielder, a defender, a goalkeeper? What will be your first kind of priority in terms of looking for new players?
When it comes down to looking for new players, you know, I think one of the things that we could have used was a 100% striker on our team. We had Gary up there, but Gary, at times he was left alone because obviously, going into the tournament or going into the season, we knew that we were going to be quite defensive. So our transition to being able to push forward and support Gary at times, it wasn't there. So if we could get an out-and-out striker to be able to find ways to attack the goal and be more direct, and I think we'll be a lot more threatening. Likes Jay Libre knows that we have a lot of talent that's out there. We just need to find them, and that's what Maharlika is going to do.
I think I have one more question because many were kind of surprised, many were kind of marveled with the performance of your young gun MJ Libre, and some are even considering that he should be taken to the ADT. So, what's your reaction to that?
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the world we live in football, right? And when it comes down to our team, it's one of the things that we really wanted to do with Maharlika Manila. Okay, we wanted to be able to take these guys and any of these standout guys, should they get a better offer somewhere else where they'll be able to actually make a better living, if they could get paid and everything, then it's almost like a dream come true for us, not seeing them go, but being able to provide these opportunities for these guys and making sure that they're being able to live their dream through and through is what matters most to us.
Okay, thank you very much. Bye, sir. I'm done. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. And before we proceed, I would like to acknowledge the presence of our good friends, Sir Dennis Principe and Sir Ron de los Reyes right now. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm pretty sure we are very excited for your questions later on. And not only that, we have another guest joining us today. We have Eumir Marcial. And he is actually one of the amazing athletes that everyone is looking forward to, who's going to compete on the Olympics. Welcome, and we're very excited to have you guys.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning po, ma'am.
Good morning. All right, so up next we have Avan, who's going to ask our next questions. Floor is yours.
Good morning po. Question po kay Sir Choi po.
Morning.
Good morning po, sir. Sir, matanong ko lang po, gaano po kahalaga na natuloy yung PFL despite the pandemic? Gaano po kahalaga sa team niyo po?
Actually, maganda yung tanong mo. So, nabuo yung team namin dahil alam natin na kung kulang yung team, hindi matutuloy yung PFL. No? Kasi at least kailangan ng anim. So masaya kami na unang-una nabuo namin yung Maharlika Manila FC. And dahil doon, alam naman natin na maraming mga kailangan tayong sundin, no? So sinabi ni IATF kailangan ng testing, na sa bubble. So masaya kami na natuloy yung liga. Importante na matuloy yung liga dahil kung walang PFL this year, medyo patay yung football. No? So not only for Maharlika Manila FC, but for the football community, for sports in general, masaya kami na natuloy yung PFL. So secondary na lang na yung achievement ni Maharlika Manila FC, no, na of the 5 games nanalo kami ng isang beses and against
Question naman po sa inyo po ni Sir Anton. As a young team and new team, what do we expect for the next PFL season?
Well, for the next PFL season, you can make sure that we'll be coming in. We'll be looking for other players to bring on board. What's funny is that we've already been getting requests for players to try out and stuff like that, which is very good, So I believe we made the impression that we needed to make during the season, and with that impression, we'll be looking to build on what we have right now, and we'll continue training. For me, going into this last bubble, opened my eyes and shows how close we could come to being able to being AFC contenders. Had we won our last 2 games, we would have been in AFC. And our last 2 games were actually very possible to win, So when it comes down to it, I've already spoken to one of the trainers that train all the PBA players, Diego Lozano, and told him once he's out of that bubble, he's got to get my old ass in shape, So I'll be making sure that I'll be out there giving 100% to try and come back to help the team as much as possible, and I hope all of the players will see the same and take that into account as well.
Thank you, sir. You mentioned earlier that the players aren't funded yet. Talk about dedication, right? What can you say about that?
Well, that's what makes this team so special, right? That's what we all shared together. All of us were out there, of course, for our own, our own reasons. A lot of people were out there for the opportunities and stuff, but one thing that we were all there for was for the love of football. Football meant so much more than just playing and getting paid to all of us who were out there. All of us who were out there wanted to prove a point that we could still play, wanted to prove a point that they deserve to be out there on another team. Some just proved a point that they only needed a shot to be able to get noticed. MJ Libre, for example. I'll keep on pointing him out because I think he's very special to the football community. Him and Bim, they show that they've taken the path from one of the hardest places in the Philippines and have been able to make it, just through playing football on the streets. And I believe that if a lot more people start realizing this and start seeing that there is a pathway to being able to live their dream and play professional football, then then it's very key that they're seen and they've been able to do it. They've been able to go from Tondo to the top league in the country. And we need more people like this to be able to inspire and motivate the other youth players from other areas similar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Up next, I'm going to bring the floor back to Sir Ed.
Thank you again, Paister. May question lang ako kay Eumir. Eumir, welcome and thank you again for joining us dito sa TOPS. Can you give us an update sa preparations mo? Sa kalaban mo sa November 27 dyan sa Hollywood, no? And pati na rin yung paghahanda mo para sa Tokyo Olympics next year.
Yes. Una sa lahat po, magandang umaga po sa lahat na nakikinig at thank you din po sa pag-imbita dito sa inyong show. Sa ngayon po, sobrang nagpapasalamat po ako noon. Sobrang thankful po ako sa opportunity na meron ako ngayon na nakakapag-training ako dito sa LA. Kanina nag-sparring po ako. So 3 times a week po ako nag-sparring. And then tuloy-tuloy nagte-training po ako kay Justin Fortune, yung strength and conditioning din ni Senator Manny. So yun, sobrang malaking tulong po na nandito po ako ngayon sa LA.
Eumir, I'm sure natanong na sa'yo ito ng ilang ulit, pero tatanungin ko na rin. So, dito sa darating na laban mo, ano ba yung isang magandang advice sa'yo ni Senator Manny para mas maging kumpiyansa ka dito na manalo sa laban mo na to?
Wala naman po talagang sa lahat po, no, lalo na kay Senator Manny, pag mag-advise po talagang yung una-una talaga po yung sinasabi ng lahat, no, yung training talaga tsaka yung disiplina. Yun naman yung talagang yung key para maging successful tayo sa mga laban natin.
Itong darating na kalaban mo sa November 27, napanood mo na ba yung mga tapes ng mga previous fights niya, and ano sa tingin mo yung chance mo para manalo?
Correction ko lang po, sir, no, wala pa po kasi kaming date kung kailan po yung laban ko talaga. Wala pa sinabi yung MP promotion na kung kailan yung laban ko. Pero siguro, hindi ko alam, baka itong November o December po ba yung laban ko. Pero ayun, sa ngayon naman po, tuloy-tuloy lang po yung ensayo, focus lang po kami. Then, ayun, training lang. Yung 3 times a week ako nag-sparring, 6 rounds. So talagang ready po tayo para sa ating pro debut.
Eumir, last month naging guest namin si Iris Magno, no? And dito sa darating na Tokyo Olympics, do you think na malaki na talaga ang chance natin na makuha natin yung first ever Olympic gold natin sa boxing especially?
Yes po, yung chance lang naman po ay sobrang laki ng chance po natin kasi dahil kumbaga nagte-training po tayo ng maayos. Kumbaga yung chance nandiyan na naman tayo, lahat naman tayo, ang laki ng chance natin, pero alam naman natin lahat, no, ang hirap talaga makuha yung gold sa Olympics. So ayun, even sa akin lang siguro, sir, gagawin ko lang po yung best ko sa training ko para mas malaki yung chance natin sa makuha yung gold sa Olympics.
Thank you, Eumir. Pastor, I'm sure maraming tatanong yung mga ibang kasama natin.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Sir Ed. Up next, the floor is back to Ivan.
Good morning, Eumir. Here, after rin. Kasi yung kalaban mo, yung naka-schedule sa'yo, kung ang naka-schedule na kalaban mo ay Daniel Jacobs, former world weight. So, medyo bigyan agad. So, how is it like na gold dibin mo, top kissing of fire agad? Former world champion.
Alam nyo, sir, talagang hindi ko alam kung saan po nagagaling po yung mga balita na yon, no? Kung saan po yung kumbaga kahit sa akin nga po wala pa akong sinasabi na sino yung mga kakalaban ko, naghahanap pa sila dito. And then yung Daniel Jacobs talaga po yun, number 1 sa world po yun, sir. So talagang first debut ko alangan itatapat talaga tayo kagad doon. So, talagang hindi ko alam kung saan nagagaling yung mga balita, pero sa ngayon po, sir, no, i-clear ko po, wala pa pong update, wala pang binibigay na schedule and final na announcement.
Naglag, Sir Eumir. Okay, it's back now. All right. We're just gonna wait for Sir Eumir to come back. Ayan. So, do you guys have any more questions? Okay. So, just while waiting, you guys, let's go ahead and read our comments in our official Facebook page. Sabi ni Sir Joey Bustamante, good morning po sa lahat. Hello sa aming Secretary General na si Ma'am Pearl.
Good morning, Sir Joey.
And we have a question here from Gab Ferreras. Good morning from Sports Corner PH. Ma'am Pearl, last time
Wala.
nakausap. Ayan. Welcome back, sir. Ayan. So we're just reading the comments po. For Ma'am Pearl, last time nakausap po namin ikaw, ni Star DJ Summer, patungkol sa virtual team natin. Ano ang naging assessment mo at what are the next competitions?
Yeah, so like what I mentioned earlier, so nakita nga namin, we're very happy with the results because the competition really was very inclusive. So yung mga athletes natin from provinces, from other regions na dati nahihirapan makapunta sa Manila because of lack of support or resources, naka-join sila lahat. So it became more inclusive, I think, yung format ng virtual. And then with the participation, we have more females joining the championships. So next steps really is to continue with the program, whatever it is we're doing, develop more coaches on the grassroots level, develop more athletes on the grassroots level, and then hopefully next year nga makabalik na tayo to our phase 3, which is return to the ring, for competitions. But if it's not allowed to have face-to-face competitions, we will continue with our virtual platform kasi okay naman yung turnout. So we're really just hoping to keep the momentum of whatever it is we're doing this year.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Ivan, are you good with the questions kay Eumir?
Yun. Paro. Mamaya mo siyang sasabihin dapat di ba? So, talk about the clarity. You talk about clarification earlier, yung na wala ka pang kalaban at wala ka pang date. So, ito lang.
Sir Eumir, naka-mute po kayo?
Yes po, yes sir. Wala pa po talagang final announcement yung MP promotion, yung MP promotion president na si Sir Sean Gibbon, na wala pa siyang final announcement. Siguro baka this week or next week po siguro siya mag-announce kung sino yung mga kalaban ko and yung date kung kailan po yung pro debut ko.
Thank you, Eumir. I think, Usapang.
All right. Up next, we have Sir Fred, who has a question case, Sir Eumir.
Hi, good morning, Eumir.
Good morning.
Eumir, saan ka mas excited? Sa pro debut mo o sa paglalaban mo sa Olympics next year? Personally, ikaw.
Sir, talagang yung Olympics po yung priority natin ngayon, sir, no? Talagang simula pagkabata hanggang naging national team po ako, walang pumapasok sa isip ko na mag-training po ng maayos para dito sa Olympics, para mag-qualify ako, para makuha natin yung gold sa Olympics. Yun po yung talagang isa lang po nasa isip ko. Kaya lahat ng sakripisyo, mga pinagdaanan ko, talagang, kumbaga, pinaliwala ko dahil may goal po ako na yung makuha yung gold sa Olympics. So, sobrang excited po ako, sir, at sobrang ngayon pa lang, kumbaga, gigil na po ako sa training, gigil na po ako na kumbaga, talagang gawin ko na yung best ko talaga na para wala akong pagsisiyan sa uli.
Okay, sana makuha natin yung gold, no?
God's will po, God's will.
Sa yung experience naman, may difference ba yung training mo para sa Olympics at yung pagiging pro mo? Anong difference ng training?
Wala naman din pong difference kasi yun nga po noon na kahit sina Coach Freddy naman, Coach Freddy Roach at yung assistant trainer niya si Marvin Sumojo, yung dati din national team boxer natin. Yun din yung goal yung matulungan po tayo, matulungan po ako para madagdag yung experience ko at para mas malaki yung chance po natin na makuha yung gold sa Olympics. So, walang difference po kasi yun din, doon din sila nakapokus doon din sa Olympics
Okay. Thank you very much and good luck sa iyo, Eumir.
Thank you so much.
Pfizer, thank you.
Thank you, Sir Fred. Up next, we have Jared Arce of Bulgar. Oh, Jared, we can't hear you.
You.
Yeah, sorry. Yan. Try it
Okay na?
again. Yes, thank you, sir.
Yun. Okay, thank you. Narinig na ako sa wakas. Natakot ako dun ha. Hindi nyo na ako naririnig. Hello.
Good girl.
Good, good morning, Eumir. Ulit. Good morning, Ma'am Pearl. Good morning, Anton. Good morning, Choi. Good morning po
Good
sa lahat.
morning.
Sa lahat po ng kasama sa natin ngayon. First question ko po sana kay Ma'am Pearl. Hello po, Ma'am Pearl. Good morning po.
Good morning, sir.
Ay, Ma'am Pearl, kasi additional question lang po regarding po dun sa kanina. Kasi ma'am, parang napansin po ata yung ibang athletes natin sa national team, yung lumaro po ng SEA Games. Meron po tayong mga parang MMA fighters na naglalaro sa one. Meron pa po ba tayong plano na kumuha ng ibang MMA fighters besides dun sa mga local natin, yung mga traditional national athlete natin na meron tayo ngayon, ma'am?
Actually, sir, so baliktad, no? We didn't get them from MMA. Actually, yung athletes natin ang nag-transition to MMA.
Baliktad.
Yeah,
Sorry.
oo. So, national team members po and imbitahan sila na sumali sa 1FC or yung sa Brave, sa ibang mga pro events. Ang focus talaga namin ngayon is to develop local talents, so yung plans to get from, I don't know, I guess from other countries na mga ganyan to join us kahit na mga Filipino sila is not really on our priority list. We want to really develop homegrown talents kasi malakas naman tayo sa martial arts eh. We don't have a problem with talent identification. Nakita namin yan when it comes to our grassroots competitions and development. Ang daming talent sa Pilipinas. And it's really just a matter of identifying them and honing their skills para umabot sila sa level na kaya nilang mag-compete sa elite. But yes, we do allow our athletes to join pro events kasi wala namang distinction sa Muaythai specifically. They can swing from amateur to professional in any given day. So, hindi po bawal sa amin yun. It actually helps them kasi na-develop yung skills pa nila lalo na sa professional kasi ang dami nilang ibang natututunang techniques eh. So, it's actually very beneficial for them when they join that.
Yun, ma'am. Kasi yun nga po. Marami kasi ngayon, sa panahon kasi ngayon, kasi dahil pandemic, maraming nagpo-pro. Diba? Siyempre, kailangan natin ng konting tulong sa buhay. So yun po, yung mga athletes po natin, okay lang po sa inyo, no? Sabi niyo, pwedeng maglaro sila sa pro, no?
Actually, nagpapaalam naman po sila sa amin. Parang ngayon, we have one athlete na naimbitahan sa 1FC sa Singapore in December. So nagpaalam naman siya, in-explain namin yung risks involved because of course, pag nag-pro siya, we cannot be held liable for that because that's not under us anymore. So we just have to make this clear to our athletes kung ano yung mga risks involved na pag ginawa nila yon.
Pwede po mamalaman kung sino po yun.
Si Jenilyn Olsen.
Si Jenilyn Olsen.
Yes, yung silver medalist natin ng SEA Games.
Thank you po, ma'am. Thank you po. Maraming pong salamat. Yes. Kay Eumir naman po, magtatanong po kay Eumir. Hello, Eumir. Good afternoon, pre. Okay. Nakamit yata si Eumir.
Yes po. Good afternoon. Good afternoon na ba dyan? Good evening.
Morning pa lang. Ayun. Makikibalita lang ako. Kamusta kayo na may communication na ba kayo uli ng ABAP?
Yes po, meron naman po, wala naman po problema kami nila Sir Ed, nagkamustahan nila Sir Marcos, yung psychology, sports psychology namin, mga coaches, wala naman pong problem. Di lang pa siguro namin na di-discuss about sa training namin yung preparation. Siguro baka next year sa mga tournaments. So wala pa naman po. Pero ayos naman po na okay naman po yung communication namin.
Okay. Kasi 'di ba, actually ngayon pinagpe-prepare mo yung Olympics nga. So, meron ba kayong usapan ng coaches sila, Coach Boy, regarding sa program mo? Nagbibigay ba sila, nag-aambag din sila ng mga ibang programs gaya ng, siyempre, si Coach Freddy ang nagtitrain sa'yo. Meron ba silang binibigay na additional instructions sa'yo regarding sa, siyempre sa amateur status mo?
Ayun, nagbigay naman po ng training program po sa akin. Yung coach po kasi talaga humawak sa akin si Coach Ronald Chavez eh. Siya po yung
Si Coach Boy sa
talagang
babae, no?
yes po, opo. So nagbigay naman po si Coach Ronald. Nagtanong siya sa akin kung ilang buwan bago yung laban ko, then nagbigay siya ng training program. So yung ginagawa ko po, dinadagdagan ko na lang po yung training. Kumbaga, kung ano yung training ni Coach Freddy, kulang. So dinadagdagan ko na lang po yung mga additional na exercise, mga circuit exercise. So in-additional ko na lang.
Okay. Yung sa ano mo ba, kalaban mo sa Olympics, if ever, yung Uzbek pa rin ba? Yung pa rin ba yung pinagpe-prepare mo?
Alam nyo, sir, Olympics talagang alam natin yan na yung pinaka mahirap na tournament talaga, no? So hindi tayo pwede, especially na sa amin sa boxing, sa amateur, hindi po tayo pwede mag-prepare sa isang boxingero dahil talagang ang daming magagaling din. Yung mga tech style po, iba-iba yung style din. Hindi din natin masabi kung sa laban, unang laban, pwede mangyari, makalaban natin siya. Pero may mga makakalaban din tayo na iba. So, yung the best talaga gawin natin, no? Yung talagang maging handa po sa lahat ng sino yung makalaban natin. Prepare talaga yung ano. Talagang dapat 100% na preparado po talaga tayo.
Hindi ka ba nalilito minsan? Siyempre, dalawang ano ka na amateur, professional. Hindi ka ba minsan nalilito? Siyempre, pag nagde-training ka ng ganito, iba yung laro mo sa pro, iba yung laro mo sa amateur. Siyempre, may ruling sa amateur na hindi pwede sa pro. May ganun ba? Hindi ka ba nalilito na baka sakali, mamaya? Tsaka yung conditioning level mo, siyempre, maigsi ang amateur, mahaba yung pro, mga ganun. Paano ba yung diskarte mo doon?
Alam nyo, hindi naman po sir, no, hindi naman ako nahihirapan dahil ayun nga sabi ko nung una, yung goal po nila Coach Freddy, yung training na ginagawa nila is for preparation din for Olympics. Kumbaga, then ang maganda po sa MP promotion, yung ginawa din nila, pwede na ako magdiretso 8 rounds eh. Pwede na ako magdiretso 8 rounds pero hindi nila ginawa. Pinadaan nila muna ako ng 4 rounds para kumbaga hindi din nagkakalayo yung kumbaga yung style, yung pagkalaro ba, yung kumbaga dapat aggressive ka pa rin. So ginawa nila 4 rounds lang yung laban ko hanggang mag-Olympics. Para kumbaga wala talaga masyadong babaguhin dahil ganun pa rin, isang round lang yung dinagdag. So, and sobrang itong training camp ko dito ngayon, sir, sobrang laking tulong po ngayon sa akin yun, sir, no, dahil
Naglag ulit si sir.
Nag-vlog ulit siya.
Yan po siguro ako baka nasa bahay lang.
Hmm.
Hello?
Ayun, You're
Yan.
back.
Nawawala.
It's
Yan.
okay. Sige po. Proceed.
Yung sa question nyo, sir, yun, saan na ba tayo? Yung doon sa training, no? So yung training
yes,
ko po talaga dito, sobrang laking bagay, laking tulong po talaga yun, sir, no? Dahil dyan po sa atin sa Pilipinas, hanggang ngayon, hindi pa tayo pwede mag-training, no? Yung magsama-sama mag-training. And wala akong kasparing. So, sobrang ang hirap po kung nandyan na ako ngayon sa bahay, nagte-training sa harap ng bahay ko kung saan ba. Habang yung mga kalaban natin, alam niyo yung mga kalaban natin ngayon, sir, yung mga Russia, yung Europe, yung dito sa USA, lahat po sila may mga tournament na po, sir. So, salagang sabi ko, hindi ako pwede magpatulog-tulog lang dito na dito lang ako mag-training. Kaya, grab ko yung opportunity na to na maka-training po ako dito sa US sa tulong po ng MP Promotion and lalo na po kay Sir Sean, sa president ng MP Promotion na binigyan na po ako na makapunta po ako dito para makapag-training at makapag-sparring na ako. 3 times a week po ako nag-sparring. So ang laking bagay po para sa preparation natin sa Olympics yun.
Yun, very good. Thank you. Last question, pre. May idea ka na ba sa promo kung ilang rounds ang lalaroin mo?
Sa ngayon po, 4 rounds pa rin. 4 rounds lang muna yung lalaruin ko para malapit po tayo doon sa Olympic style, no? 3 rounds lang. So, yun pa rin. Priority natin, yung goal pa rin natin. Yung goal pa rin natin is yung Olympics pala talaga. So, alam nyo, nararamdaman ko po, sir, no, sa lahat, ang lahat ng mga Pilipino, lalo na yung mga nakakasama ko dito na tumutulong sa akin, sa mga kasparing ko. Alam ko yung ramdam ko yung, alam nyo yung mas excited sila sa Olympics. Training talaga tayo, tulungan ka namin. Preparation natin, makuha natin yung kaunaan gold sa Olympics. So, ayun, nakaka-high moral po.
Kaya nga, hopefully sana matapos na yung yung paghahanap natin ng gold. Makuha natin lahat,
Yes,
okay? Sige, good luck.
Yes, po.
Sir, thank you. Next time.
Thank you po. Thank you sa question po. Thank you.
Salamat. Thank you.
All right. So we have a question. Sir Anton would like to ask you, Sir Eumir, a question right now.
No, just a couple questions. I mean, it's great to see another athlete, representing country across the world, So, Eumir, this is great to hear about you and stuff like that. When's your fight?
Sir Eumir?
I think you got stuck.
Yeah. Right, we're gonna wait for him to unfreeze.
It's no worries. I can ask.
Connections.
But he is excited though.
So he's in the States right now?
Yes,
I think he is, yeah.
Nice.
LA.
Over
second year.
Cool. It's really awesome. So he'll be fighting in the Olympics for the country?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Next year.
And where's he originally from? It's really what I was gonna try and ask.
Oh, Eumir, come back.
Ivan.
Ivan, you were able to ask the questions. Yeah.
Anton, he's from Zamboanga.
Oh yeah.
Zamboanga.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, I really wanted to, because I mean, for him to get from Zamboanga to Wildcard Gym, that's awesome.
That is a huge step. Yeah.
Right. I mean, I've been to Wildcard Gym, and they got some, some proper legends that go there. So he made it all the way over there. That's crazy.
We're just gonna wait for him to come back. But before that, I'm gonna go ahead and give the floor to Sir Dennis. I'm pretty sure he has a lot of questions as well. Sir Dennis?
Ito. Yan na si Eumir.
Yes. Hello, guys. Good morning.
Good morning.
I think Eumir is back. Yeah, good morning, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Nag-stock lang ako, actually.
Morning.
We're glad that you're here.
Ito ako sa Manila Bulletin.
Hindi nagsisisama yung signal natin.
Natanggalan ako ng trabaho. Okay,
Alright.
pwede na. Can I ask a
Yes, sir.
question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, Eumir. My name is Dennis Principe.
Hello,
If you
sir.
remember.
Parang
I'm
di
from
magkakilala,
Bulletin.
no?
Hindi,
Para tayo nasa radyo.
The champ, question ko lang kasi you've been idle for about 8 months, since March, since qualifying for the Olympics, and you've been in the States for about a month na, no? Month na, halos.
Yes po, opo.
Yung 8 months ba, is there a difference? Yung 8 months, kumbaga, yung mga pagpunta mo dyan,
Nag-mute yata kayo, sir, eh.
Ayan, okay na.
Yeah, there you go.
Opo,
Yes.
Opo.
Yeah. Did you hear yung question, Eumir?
Opo. Yun, sobrang sir, sobrang, sabi ko talaga, sobrang iba talaga, no? Dahil nung unang dating ko dito is talagang parang mamatay-matay ako sa training nila, eh. Parang pagtapos ng ang sakit ng katawan ko, parang pagtapos ng training, diretso tulog na ako diretso. Sabi ko, parang pagising ko, sabi ko, nag-request talaga ako kay coach na magpamassage ako kasi sobrang sakit ng katawan ko. So nakita ko talaga yung different doon na nandun lang ako sa bahay, nagte-training na ko sa ng lang ko. At alam nyo, talagang grab ko talaga yung opportunity yun na nandito ako ngayon. Alam nyo, nung namatay, 5 days pa lang po ako dito, namatay yung kapatid ko. Yung talaga yung brother ko, yung sobrang close ko na kapatid. Talagang mahal na mahal ko na kapatid, namatay. At pinapauwi po ako ng MP promotion. Orada-orada, sabi nila, bili tayo ticket, uwi ka kagad. Pero masakit man sa akin, masakit man na hindi ko siya makita kahit hanggang huling pagkakataon na makita ko siya kahit nasa kabaong na siya, hindi ko nakita. Mas pinili ko pa rin po yun, no, na ma-stay po ako dito at matuloy-tuloy po yung ensayo ko na sabi ko na hindi ko na to, kumbaga alam ko yung kapatid ko mas maging masaya siya sa akin kasi wala akong marinig parati sa kanya, eh. Mag-gold ka sa Olympics, mag-world champion ka. Sabi niya, kumbaga mag-ganon lang. Kumbaga alam niyo yung pag mag-ganon lang ako, talagang alam niya na sobrang saya na niya, na ganon. So talagang mas pinili ko po yung na mag-ensayo po ako dito, na araw-araw na bugbugan sa training para po kumbaga matuloy-tuloy na po hanggang sa Olympics. So yun po yung mga sakripisyo na kailangan po natin gawin ngayon pa lang.
Okay. Sige, just one follow-up question and if ever Pfizer, pwedeng later on kay Ma'am Pearl, meron lang ako isang question.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sige. Eumir, kasi now that nasa MP promotions ka na and in a way na-explain mo naman na mahusay, na talagang Olympics ka kahit na professional ka na, yung pro is just parang part lang nung actually ginagawa mong part of your preparations for the Olympics.
Yes, po, exactly.
Ang pagkakaintindi kasi ng mga tao is that now that naki-MP promotions ka na, parang wala ka nang dapat intindihin, sagot na lahat. Pero ano ba talaga setup ninyo para maintindihan ng tao na alam nila lahat ng whatever kailangan mo, sagot ba talaga ng MP promotions?
So sa ngayon po kasi sir, alam nyo, yung MP promotion is a promoter. So, yung promoter po is naghahanap po ng makakalaban. So, yun yung trabaho nila. Pero naman, sa other expenses naman, no, tulad syempre, sa tirahan ko, sa pang-araw-araw ko na pagpunta doon, sa pag-training ko, pagkuha ko, lalo na sa pagkuha ng kay Coach Freddy. Alam naman natin talagang Hall of Famer na coach yun. Talagang ang singil nun, yung bayad nun, talagang pang Hall of Famer din. And yung si Justin Fortune. So lahat po na yon is kumbaga nakikiusap lang yung MP President na si Sir Sean Gibbon kung paano yung hindi ko alam kung paano yung ano yung gagawin niya, ano yung pag-iusap niya sa mga yon. Ako wala naman ako pangbayad doon, sir, no, na ano. And ayun, tulad ng mga taga-massage, buti may kababayan po ako dito na dati din boksingero, nandito na sa US din, dito na din nagkapamilya. Pagtapos niya ng trabaho, nakikiusap ako na baka pwede i-massage niya ako, i-ano niya ako, kasi sobrang sakit ng katawan ko. So ayun po, yun po yung mga sana po malaman po ng mga tao, at sana po yun din po sana yung hiningin ko, na sana po matulungan po ako ng PSC na ano, na dagdag po yung support para sa aking preparation for Olympics.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Champ. Kay Ma'am Pearl, Ma'am, I don't know kung natanong na ito, no? But if it was asked earlier, kasi medyo na late ako, okay na siguro. I-check ko na later yung recording. But my question is, we did really well sa Southeast Asian Games, and a lot of sports na katulad nun sa inyo, they gained a lot of traction during the SEA Games, good enough para supposedly by 2020 mag-gain natin yung needed attention and respect, kasi we know very well that Philippine sports is all about basketball, to some extent volleyball, and Manny Pacquiao. Yun yung tatlong sports But able to get that needed traction, and if ever paano naka-apekto yung pandemic para in some ways maapektuhan yung gains natin.
Yes, Sir Dance, actually hindi pa naman natanong yan. So, yeah, you're right. Yung SEA Games, it really gave a lot of traction to Muay Thai. So we were really hoping to get more support, not just from PSC, but also from private institutions, when it comes to sponsorships and all those other things. The pandemic really affected this, just because the international competitions were canceled, tapos yung grassroots developments namin hindi natuloy. And then, of course, we all know that the budget was cut by the PSC also. That's why we decided to have our own programs that would not need as much resources and support. So when it comes to the webinars that we have, we continued with the basic instructor course, which was also conducted via virtual platform. So we're continuing with that momentum on our with our own initiatives. Not as much as we want to, though, kasi nga walang sponsorships na dumating and because of the pandemic. But we're really trying to ride on that success that we had in the SEA Games when it comes to our grassroots development na lang muna, kahit hindi dun sa elite athletes namin. Yeah. So hopefully next year, it will all change, once the economy goes up and the budget from PSC will also increase. Sana yun nga, mabigyan ulit ng support yung mga NSAs.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am, and
Thank
congratulations in advance, because you seem to be the only sure winner in the upcoming election.
Too early to tell, but thank you.
Thank you very much. And I'd like to ask sana si Anton, kaya lang natathreaten ako eh. Seem to have a good future as a potential media man. So probably next time. So thank you very much, Anton. And guys, maraming salamat. Natatrabaho pa ako.
Thank you so much, Sir Dennis. And I'm just going to go ahead and bring the floor back to Anton. He has questions to Sir Eumir.
Oh no, Ymir. Well, sorry, man. Yeah, I just don't know much about you, but hearing your story, it's obviously makes me a lot more interested. I'm just wondering how you got from Zamboanga all the way to Wildcard Gym. You know, I mean, it's crazy. You know, and it's a very inspiring and I guess motivating story. I'm sure many people would like to hear. And I think we lost them again. I just don't think I should ask him any questions.
Hindi na
Na-mute
I'll leave,
ulit.
I'll leave it to the professionals. That bad.
hindi nakikisabay yung internet natin, no? So,
Yeah, it's actually a good question.
Hanggang dyan pa naman ba? Mahina internet sa'yo?
di ko nung unang week mas malakas yung internet dito kahit saan ka pumunta ngayon medyo alam niyo no naglo-lose yung internet niya. Malakas yung internet, walang question, pero yung nawawala po yung minsan so baka may problem sa router. Papaayos namin to.
Yeah, you have a
Para,
new fan. Anton is a huge fan now.
Ay, ganun pa. Thank you po. Thank you. Yan yung mga
representing
From
the
athlete to
country.
athlete.
Proud, man.
Yeah.
You know.
All right.
Eumir, I think the question was, how did you get to Zamboanga to all the way to Wildcard Gym?
Ang daming kwento, sir. Ang daming di natin paano ba natin isa-isahin 'yun, no? Siyempre ang dami siyempre nagsimula ako sa golpe-golpe de barangay doon sa amin nung yung gumagawa yung congressman namin dati, yung si Congressman RP Pabian. And then napunta ako sa national team hanggang nung unang tournament ko, yung World Championship, kasama ko po si Sir Dennis. Yan, siya po yung aking manager doon at nakuha namin yung first gold medal sa World Junior Championship. Ayun, yun po hanggang sa lahat po ng mga achievements ko, siguro sa 3 times SEA Games gold ko at sa mga World Championship, and then yung recent gold ko sa Olympic qualifying, kaya napunta ako dito ngayon sa wildcard. Nandito.
That's
very impressive.
Yeah, the dedication, you know, it's awesome.
I think Miss Pearl would like to say a few things as well.
Yeah, andyan pa ba si Eumir?
Naglag lang, but I'm sure he's there.
Yeah.
Wait lang. Sir Eumir, are you still with us? Okay. He's out. He's going to come back.
Okay.
Yeah, Anton is out to get my job.
You're natural, Sir Anton. You're natural.
Kabahan ka na, Ernest.
Oh. Next week.
Job, man.
Si Sir Dennis, kabahan na rin si Sir Dennis.
I would try to do that, man.
Araw, may show na yan. Lagot kayo.
Kailangan natin magpaayos ng internet para sayang yung pag-usap natin, nagpuputol-putol.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I have Miss Pearl here and Sir Anton. They have a few things that they would like to share with you.
Yes, Sir Eumir, just want to say congratulations po para sa pro debut nyo. I'm really rooting for you and a big fan also.
Thank you. Thank you po.
Starstruck ako ngayon. I want to i-add ko lang kasi nabanggit mo kanina, 'di ba, na yung namatay yung brother mo while you were training there po in
Yes
Los
po.
Angeles. Well, share ko lang kasi if you know Django Bustamante, yung billiards player din
Yes
natin,
po.
world champion.
Opo.
So actually, may world championship siya na it was his finals na namatay yung daughter din niya right before the finals. Yeah. So ano siya, talagang he was struggling kung uuwi ba siya, hindi niya tatapusin yung finals, but he decided to stay on. So I just want to say very admirable po. A lot of respect. Pagdating dyan.
Yes
And I
po.
know that you have the determination, and alam ko na that will really make you win your fights. Tatanong ko lang, Sir Eumir, ano pong support yung nabigay ng ABAP sa inyo during your training here for the pro debut ninyo?
Sa ngayon po kasi wala pa pong kaming nagdi-discuss about po doon sa support nila. Syempre yung ABAP din nagbabase lang din po sa PSC.
Okay.
Kung ano yung ano ng PSC. Pero ayun, hoping naman po ako no na sana po i-supportan nila po ako. And then kasi ako naman po ma'am, even nag-pro ako, still pa rin Olympics pa rin naman po yung priority ko, at talagang everyday ko po yun, everyday pagising ko sa umaga, yun yung nasa isip ko. Bakit ako nagte-training ngayon? Bakit ako nagsasakripisyo? Bakit ako siyempre alam natin sobrang pagod yung training. Bakit ko ginagawa to? Yun lang yung nilalagay ko sa isip parati no, na gusto ko manalo yung makuha natin yung gold sa Olympics. And sana iniling ko po no sa lahat ng sino man pwede na tumulong sa akin mag-support. Sana supportahan nila ako kasi ako gagawin ko, yun lang yung maibabalik ko, no, yung gagawin ko yung best ko sa training para mas malaki yung chance natin makuha yung gold sa Olympics.
Dagdag ko lang, Feister. Yeah, kay Eumir, I think pwede mo ring i-mention na yung ABAP. I think yung timing ng incentive and dating nila, it came at a time na nandiyan ka lang sa US and yung nangyari
Yes
nga
po,
sa kapatid mo.
Opo, ayun, yun din po pala doon sa nung namatay yung kapatid ko, sobrang laking tulong din po yung binigay ng ABAP, tulong para sa kapatid ko kasi para makauwi na doon sa probinsya at matulungan ko yung pamilya niya. So nagbigay ng donation yung ABAP at yung incentive din po na binigay ng ABAP nung pagka-gold ko sa Olympic qualifying. So ang laking tulong din po yun no, para sa preparation ko sa training ko, mga kailangan ko sa training ko. So ayun po, yun po yung mga binigay po ng support sa akin.
Thank you
And
so much.
Ma'am Pearl, focus ka lang sa POC director ha. Masyado mong ginagalangan, baka maging reporter ka. Dahil mangyayari ito, maybe in the near future, I'd be working as an assistant to Eumir and forget about my job as a media man.
Thank you so much. Up next, we have, please welcome Sir Ron De Los Reyes. Kamute, Sir Ron.
Yes, thank you. At pasensya na na-miss ko yung good part of the session today, no. But I have questions for Eumir Marcial and Anton Del Rosario. First, kay Eumir, no. Meron ka na bang mga before that, nakikiramay pala ako no sa pagyaw ng iyong kapatid, ano. But kumusta yung training mo dyan? Meron ka na bang mga nakita na mga sikat na boksingero dyan sa wildcard gym habang ikaw ay nagte-training din? Eumir?
Nag-log lang siya.
Okay. Sige, punta muna tayo kay Anton. Anton, no? You're into football, of course, no? But one time I saw you in a fun beach volleyball game. At aside from that experience, meron ka pa bang nakakahiligan na ibang sport? Were you also interested in other sports?
Hi, Sir Ron. Thank you for the question. Well, yeah, I mean, growing up, I grew up most of my childhood in the States. And one of the first things they do over there, they stick you into all of these different sports as a child. Growing up, to sort of socialize and meet new people and see what you're into. And so growing up, I was always into multiple sports. My main ones were football, tennis, baseball, basketball. But as I got older, all my concentration went to football. But of course, I would pay attention to the likes of MMA. I really like MMA. I also like, basketball. I'm a diehard Warriors fan. So let's not talk about them this last year, though. Okay. But then, so when it comes down to sports, yes, I'm definitely a multiple sports guy. But then when it comes down to playing, I'd probably be better at kicking things into a hoop and kicking things over a net than actually using my hands, you know?
Did you also have interest in Muaythai because it's also a kicking sport?
Oh, yes. I would actually, as a kid, I would take martial arts lessons and stuff like that, and I believe that helped a lot with coordination and a lot of the, I guess, life lessons. Respect, determination, all of that stuff. You learn a lot of that during martial arts as well. So I think it's very important that you add that to your sort of repertoire as an athlete,
Okay.
Good.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Sir Ron.
All right. Thank you, Anton, and good luck. Nakabalik na ba si Eumir?
Yes, sir.
Andiyan na siya uli.
Yes.
Okay, Eumir, itatanong ko lang, meron ka na bang mga nakita mga sikat na boksingero sa wildcard gym? I know that you have your own schedules at hanggat maaari hindi kayo pinagsasabay-sabay sa training, but I'm sure that even with physical distancing, meron ka pa rin sigurong nakakasabay na mga popular boxers.
Opo, meron po dito sa wildcard. Alos yung mga nagte-training po dito is yung mga contender sa world. So mga undefeated. So hindi pa, yung iba wala po kasi mga champion dito tulad nila Senator Manny, nila Miguel Cotto, yung mga champion. Pero halos yung mga nagte-training po dito sa wildcard is yung mga talagang contender for top 10 sa world, mga undefeated yung mga boxer. So yun, magagaling din po lahat. At yung iba nakaka-sparring ko at nasasabi ko talagang ang laking tulong po sa akin. 6 rounds sparring, tatlo po yung ka-sparring ang kada sparring ko. So ang laking tulong po kasi alam niyo yung kahit professional sila dahil
Okay. Medyo naglalag lang ulit.
Nawawala.
Yeah. Nawawala.
Alright.
Okay. Oo nga, nawala yung audio. I don't know if kung makakabalik pa
It's the
si
connection,
Eumir. No?
yeah.
Eumir, can you still hear me? Eumir?
Follower
Wala na. Sige.
voice. De, joke lang po. Ayan. So, may ibang questions pa po kayo, Sir Ron?
O sana, kay Eumir, no? Kasi
Pagbalik
gusto
na
ko
lang
lang
po niya, sir. Ayan.
Sige, pagbalik pa lang. Sige. Thank you, Feister.
Thank you, Sir Ron. Ayan. So we're going to go ahead and check the questions that we have on our comment section on Facebook from Christine Amores. For Anton and Choi, ano ang plan ninyo sa Pisong Pangarap winners na sina Jethro, Bensi, at Enzo? Makikita ba namin sila maglaro sa PFL this season or sa next season?
Hi there. Well, yes, of course. They're all part of the team. Like we said, it was up to Coach Roxy, who the 20 players were to be selected, but we did take one of the Pisong Pangarap guys onto our team. He actually scored the first goal in the history of the club. Yeah. So imagine that. You know, a guy that we found from Pisong Pangarap ended up scoring the first goal for the club, which was very, very, very amazing.
That is awesome. Very
Right.
promising as well.
Joy?
Sure, Choi.
Yeah. So, yes, sinagot na rin naman ni Anton. No? So, part pa rin sila ng team. So, as I've mentioned earlier, that we will resume training in the coming weeks. And tuloy-tuloy yung training namin kasama sila Jetro, Bensi, and Enzo.
Okay. So we are just waiting for Sir Eumir to come back. I hope he comes back. But I was wondering if you guys still have any questions for guests. With that, I'm just going to go ahead and give the floor back to Sir Ed Andaya.
Okay, thank you. Thank you again, Pfizer. Hindi natin alam kung nakabalik pa si Eumir, no? But siguro before yung wrap up natin.
Sir, he's back.
Okay, so si Ron, may questions pa yata, no? Ron?
Okay. Yes. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, Ron.
Okay. Eumir, no? Ito, curious lang ako, no? Yung bang training mo para ka ring nasa bubble, parang susundin ka sa hotel, and then dadalhin ka sa wildcard, and then ibabalik. Ganun ba yung schedule, or do you have the liberty to go around LA once in a while? And gaano kalayo yung hotel mo o yung quarters mo from wildcard gym?
Yes, sir. Thank you po sa question, sir. Pwede naman po kami pumasyal. Open naman po pumasyal. Pero meron po kaming swab test every 2 weeks. Nagsa-swab test po kami. Tapos pag lumabas po kami, baka may pupuntahan kaming lugar. Dapat pagbalik namin sa gym, pag-swab test muna kami.
Swab test ulit.
Yes po. Pero every morning naman po, tumatakbo kami sa labas. Okay naman dito. Parang normal lang dito sa US eh. Sa Griffin Park, tumatakbo din kami kung saan tumatakbo si Senator Manny. Basta yun pa rin, practice pa rin din talaga natin yung social distancing. Tapos mag-face mask din talaga. Tapos yung alcohol. So ganun na lang talaga yung ginagawa namin. Pero sa gym naman po, may mga ibang nakakasama namin doon. Pero lahat po kami is may swab test. And then, pag malapit na po yung laban, twice a week po kami kinukuha na ng dugo yung mga boxer. Tapos swab test po sa bubble swab test. So talagang kaya ingat po kami dito kasi ang daming posibilidad na ma-postpone yung laban dahil sa COVID.
Better be safe.
Oo.
Yes, sir,
Okay,
Ron.
nawala uli yung audio, no? Nawala uli yung audio. But anyway, I got the message from Eumir, no? At talagang very strict pa rin pala, no? As far
Yes
as
po.
the boxers are concerned.
Hmm.
Do you have any more questions, Sir Ron?
I'm okay. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
All
Sir
right.
Ron.
Thank you, Eumir.
All right. So, Sir Ed?
Okay, thank you, Pfizer. Before yung wrap up natin dito sa naging very interesting na discussion natin, maybe we can ask our guests for their parting remarks. Sir Anton, thank you again. So your parting remarks, please.
First, I want to say thank you, Sir Ed, once again. Sorry for being late, Meister. Thank you very much for hosting. Well, I'm not sure if this is an early congratulations to Miss Pearl. You know, but good luck.
Thank you.
And then Eumir, keep
Yes,
doing the
yes.
crowd. Man. You know.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Hope to see you. Thank you.
Thank you guys for allowing Choi and myself to be in the same, I guess, Zoom call with these two people. And thank you all, always, you know.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Anton. Sir Choi, your parting words, please.
Sir Ed, thank you. Pfizer, Miss Pearl, Eumir, good luck, no?
Thank
Good luck
you.
sa laban mo. Thank you sa pag-imbita sa amin, and happy holidays, advance Merry Christmas sa inyo, at ingat tayo lagi. Maraming mga sakuna, so ingat tayo. So thank you very much, and salamat sa support ninyo sa Maharlika Manila.
Okay, thank you, Sir Choi. Ma'am Pearl, good luck sa POC elections, and we hope na i-invite ka namin ulit after the elections. Your parting remarks, please.
Yes, sir. Sir Ed, thank you po, and to the rest of the tops reporters who are here today. And thank you also for the participants, you know, the viewers. And I just want to wish Sir Eumir good luck.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sa
And
upcoming-
congratulations din, advance po.
Thank you. And thanks, Sir Anton and Sir Choi, for joining me today. It's an honor to be very esteemed sports persons today. Lots of respect and admiration for you. And yun lang, keep the faith, everybody. Hopefully, everything will go back to normal and we'll all see each other again soon in person.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am Pearl. Eumir, ikaw naman, your parting remarks. And of course, yun nga, good luck sa Olympics next year.
Opo. Una po, sir, sa mga salamat po sa pag-invite dito, and pasensya na din, medyo putol-putol yung signal natin. Baka sa gadget ko po, kasi ngayon okay naman nagpalit po ako ng cellphone na naging okay naman yung signal. Sabi ko baka sa cellphone ko, medyo 1990s pa kasi ito . So ayun. Thank you po ulit, no, sa support nyo sa akin, at gusto ko din pasalamatan po yung ABAP na sa lahat po ng tulong, kung saan po ako ngayon is dahil po din sa tulong ng ABAP yon, ng PSC, kay Chairman, kay Commissioner Fernandez, at kay Sir Mark Velasco. Maraming salamat kasi nangako sila na tutulungan po ako for my Olympic campaign. And yun, maraming po salamat po sa mga Pilipino na nagsumusuporta sa akin kung saan kabilaan po yung mga message na natatanggap ko na congrats, mag-ingat, mag-ganon, keep safe. Yun, kumbaga yung support, ramdam ko talaga yung mga suporta ng mga Pilipino. So, at kay Sir Dennis din, no, kasi lahat ng mga problem ko, sabi ko, sir, tulungan nyo naman ako dito. Baka medyo yung stress ko medyo bumababa dahil sa tulong ni Sir Dennis. So, thank you so much, sir. And gusto ko din pasalamat po yung AEP
lalo na yung Air Force dahil sa pag-support nila sa akin dito sa training ko sa pag-ano ko sa Olympics. So maraming po salamat. And ganoon din po sa inyong lahat, sir, sa pag-invite dito. Maraming salamat. So sa lahat po, sana po yung mga nakikinig po dito sa atin, no, yun na lang yung hiling ko. Sana yung protocol, yung social distancing, yung pag-support ng mask, para po maiwasan po natin yung COVID, no, para po sa ating lahat. So, ngayon, ingat po tayo lahat, and God bless.
Thank you so much, Sir Eumir. Sir Ed?
Okay, Sir, before yung weekly group photo natin dito sa Zoom, no, again, in behalf of the officers and members of the Tabloids Organization in Philippine Sports and our sponsors, the Philippine Sports Commission, the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation, and the Games and Amusements Board. Magpapasalamat ako sa mga lahat ng mga naging panauhin natin ngayong umaga. Naging isang exciting na araw na naman ito para sa atin dito sa sports. So again, thank you to all of you.
All right, so I'm going to have to ask everyone to please open your cameras. We're going to have a group photo right now. Feel free to fix your hairs or whatever. All right. Vivian.
Did you say that? Fix my hair, right?
Looking sharp, don't worry. All right, everyone, please look at the camera. Give us your biggest smile in 3, 2, 1. Cute. All right. So once again, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We have a huge respect. We appreciate your hard work, especially when you guys are going to represent our country. The sacrifices, just about everything, you guys. We are a huge fan. And of course, please don't forget to like our Facebook page here at Sports on Air. And we have a YouTube channel as well. Feel free to subscribe. Thank you so much, everyone. Stay safe and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am
Bye.
Pearl.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anton.